The Myth of Adapa, from Cuneiform Parallels to the Old Testament. Ancient texts and translations, written by Robert William Rogers, published in 1912. The Myth of Adapa. This myth is preserved upon 4 fragments, 3 of which once belonged to the library of the Assyrian king Ashurbanipal, circa 668 to 626 BCE, in Nineveh, while the 4th was discovered among the archives of the Egyptian heretic king Amenhotep IV, also known as Akhenaten, circa 1377 to 1361 BC, in Tel El Amarna, Egypt. The latter had the divisions of words marked by small dots in red ink, and was therefore used as a means of teaching the Babylonian language in Egypt. The contents of the 4 tablets may be here summarized as a clue to their contents, which, in the translation alone, might not always be clear upon the first examination. Number 1. Adapa, or perhaps Adamu, son of Ea, had received from his father wisdom, but not eternal life. He was a semi-divine being, and was the wise man and priest of the temple of Ea at Eridu, which he provided with the ritual bread and water. In the exercise of this duty, he carried on fishing upon the Persian Gulf. Number 2. When Adapa was fishing one day on a smooth sea, the south wind rose suddenly and overturned his boat, so that he was thrown into the sea. Angered by the mishap, he broke the wings of the south wind so that for 7 days it could not blow the sea coolness over the hot land. Anu calls Adapa to account for this misdeed, and his father Ea warns him as to what should befall him. He tells him how to secure the pity of Tammuz and Gishzida, whom he would meet at heaven's portal, and cautions him not to eat the food or partake of the drink which would be set before him, as Ea feared that food and drink of death would be offered him. The counsel was ill-advised, for it was, rather, the food of life and the water of life that were set before him, and over-caution deprived him of immortal life, and he had to return to earth. Number 3 is a duplicate of lines 12 to 21 of number 2. Number 4 is so badly broken that its general sense is very difficult to obtain. The correspondences with Genesis 2 and 3, and the differences also, are most interesting, and it may well be hoped that later discoveries may provide material for still more striking comparisons. It may here be pointed out simply that the food of life belongs to the same category as the tree of life in Genesis. Adam lost immortality because he desired to become like God. Adapa, on the other hand, was already endowed with knowledge and wisdom, and failed of immortality, not because he was disobedient, like Adam, but through his literal obedience to his creator. That the paradise narrative, Genesis 2 and 3, may have been influenced at least in part by the Adapa myth seems most probable. We know certainly that this myth had reached Egypt as early as the 14th century BC, and presumably also had passed through Palestine. Tablet number 1. He possessed intelligence. His command is like the command of Anu. Ea granted him a wide ear to reveal the destiny of the land. He granted him wisdom, but he did not grant him eternal life. In those days, in those years, the wise man of Eridu, Ea had created him as chief among men, a wise man whose command none should oppose. The prudent, the most wise among the Anunnaki was he, blameless and of clean hands, anointed, observer of the divine statutes. With the bakers, he made bread. With the bakers of Eridu, he made bread, the food and the water for Eridu he made daily. With his clean hands he prepared the table, and without him the table was not cleared. The ship he steered, fishing and hunting for Eridu he did, then Adapa of Eridu. While Ea, in the chamber, upon the bed, daily the closing of Eridu he attended to. Upon the pure dam, the new moon dam, he embarked upon the ship. The wind blew, and his ship departed. With the oar he steered his ship upon the broad sea. South wind on the way, I shall to thee. Everything that, I will break your wing. As he spoke with his mouth, the wing of the south wind was broken. 7 days the south wind did not blow upon the land. Anu called to his messenger Ilabrat, "Why has the south wind not blown upon the land for 7 days?" His messenger Ilabrat answered him, "My lord, Adapa, the son of Ea, the wing of the south wind, has broken. Tablet 2. When Anu heard these words, he cried, "Help!" He ascended his throne. Let someone bring him. Likewise, Ea, who knows heaven, he roused him. To King Ea, he said to come. To him, he caused words to be born. To him, to King Ea, he sent a messenger, with a wide ear, knowing the heart of the great gods, that of the heavens be fixed. A soiled garment he made him wear. With a mourning garment he garbed him, and gave him counsel, saying, Adapa before the face of Anu, the king thou art to go, Adapa, before the king Anu thou shalt go to heaven. Fail not the order, keep my word. When thou comest up to heaven, and approach the door of Anu, Tammuz, and Gishzida, at the door of Anu are standing. They will see thee, they will ask thee, Sir, for whose sake dost thou so appear, Adapa? For whom art thou clad in a mourning garment? In our country 2 gods have vanished, therefore am I so. Who are the 2 gods who in the land have vanished, Tammuz and Gishzida? They will look at one another and be astonished. Good words they will speak to Anu, a good countenance of Anu they will show thee, when thou standest before Anu. Food of death they will set before thee, eat not. Water of death they will set before thee, drink not. Garments they will set before thee, put them on. Oil they will set before thee, anoint thyself. The counsel that I have given thee, forget not. The words which I have spoken, hold fast. The messenger of Anu came. Adapa has broken the wing of the south wind. Bring him before me. The road to heaven he made him take, and to heaven he ascended. When he came to heaven, when he approached the door of Anu, at the door of Anu, Tammuz and Gishzida are standing. When they saw him, Adapa, they cried, Help, sir! For whom dost thou so appear? Adapa, for whom art thou clad in a mourning garment? In the country 2 gods have vanished. Therefore am I clad in mourning garments. Who are the 2 gods who have vanished from the land? Tammuz and Gishzida. They looked at one another and were astonished. When Adapa before Anu, the king, drew near, and Anu saw him, he cried, Come hither, Adapa. Why hast thou broken the wings of the south wind? Adapa answered Anu, My lord, for the house of my lord in the midst of the sea, I was catching fish. The sea was like a mirror. Then the south wind blew and capsized me. To the house of the Lord was I driven. In the anger of my heart I took heed. Tammuz and Gishzida answered, Art thou it? To Anu they speak. He calmed himself, his heart was changed. Why has Ea revealed to impure mankind the heart of heaven and earth? The heart that he has created within him has made him a name. What can we do with him? Food of life bring him, that we may eat. Food of life they brought him, but he ate not. Water of life they brought him, but he drank not. Garments they brought him, he clothed himself. Oil they brought him, he anointed himself. Anu looked at him, he wondered at him. Come, Adapa, why hast thou not eaten, not drunken? Now thou shalt not live like gods, but die like men. Ea, my lord said, eat not, drink not. Take him and bring him back to his earth. They looked upon him.